Hey, Donjai did it, and don't you forget it, we are back with another episode of How Donjai Did It, YouTube tutorial videos on photography. So today we're going to talk about club photography, which is something that I am sort of an expertise in. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. The good thing about photography, although I've been in this game about 20 years, I'm still learning. And I say that I'm still learning because there's always new equipment coming out. There's always new techniques, new technology, new firmware, new software, new updates, new ways to do things. So I am not an expertise by any means, although I've been in the game about 20 years. But I'm going to give you guys some good tips and close to perfect knowledge about club photography. Even before I was legal enough to party or go to these clubs, I shot probably about 200 clubs in my day, and these are some of the techniques that I use to capture some of the best club images. But before I get to the techniques that I use, I want to talk about club ethics. So let's say we're dealing with like a rave. Rock on, how you feeling? All right, we rocking, we jumping into the audience. Or we're dealing with a hip hop joint where, you know, it could get a little crazy after hours. Oh, we're in the strip club and everybody just, hold on, no iPhone. Oh, we're in the strip club and everybody just making this up. Alright, I'm gonna guide you guys on how to approach these club situations. So let's say somebody calls you up and they say, hey, I want you to shoot my party to 4 a.m. when the doors close. Now, your camera and your battery and your flash, it may get exhausted after a while. You may be tired after a while. You may not drink, but then when you do drink, you'll start to get tired. When somebody's trying to book you for a club situation, try to figure out what are the prime hours. Let's say somebody calls me, hey, I want you to shoot my club. You know, the doors open at 10 and, you know, the party closes at 4. Back in the days when I first started, because I was just trying to get my feet wet or I was a little broke and I needed the money, I would probably come in at 10 o'clock. On the dot. I would probably be there before the promoters would show up. How about that? And I would probably stay to 4 o'clock or 4:30 and wait till the promoters count the money at the door to tell me, hey, we're a little bit short. This is what we made. You know, we couldn't give you the $200 you asked for. Fine. But I'm learning. Work in progress. We're learning. So now at an experienced age, and this is a life hack, even if you aren't experienced in shooting any clubs, but somebody just called you and was like, hey, I got a couple bands for you, I need you to shoot my club. Now you know how to approach it. So first things first, prime time hours. Is it gonna turn up at midnight to 2? Is it gonna turn up at 1 o'clock to 3? Maybe about 2 hours is what you really need to kind of capture the turn up moment. Your doors open at 10, this party may be popping around 12 to 2. So you kind of allocate those hours, you speak up for yourself and say, hey, I could do it from 12 to 2. And it's not a disservice. You charge what you think you deserve. If you think you want $200 per hour and it's only 2 hours, then say you want $200 per hour. If you think you want $100 per hour because it's only 2 hours, say that you want $100 per hour. Maybe they could cover your Uber from and to your house. I mean, a lot of these places you need cars. New York, you might can catch the train, but who wants to catch the train 2 o'clock in the morning because you shorted yourself out of what you thought you would deserve? So once you get that done, they're already on the same page as you. You start to speak the language, but you might want to secure a deposit. Why? Because it costs for you to come out. Your time that it takes to prepare or to go over there, it may take you an hour to get there. It may take you a half hour to get there. You may need to buy some fresh gear. You may need to buy some thread so you can look up to par. You don't want to be in the club looking like the backpack photographer. The days of the backpack photographer are highly over. Sorry, Peter Parker. You were my inspiration 20 years ago. You get your deposit. Why? Because there's liabilities involved. Let's say you show up to this club and the promoter's not who he says he is, and he can't get you in for free. Maybe he can't even come out and bring you in because he's busy doing whatever he has to do. Now at least you have some money to say, you know what? I can pay to get myself in and then I'll deal with the promoter when I'm inside. Hey, they charged me to get in. Oh, not a problem. We'll front you that back. That's number one. Number two, this is probably the biggest liability ever. when people start to drink, right? It could be a good time dancing, but fights can break out. When the fight breaks out, the whole party can break down. What does that mean? Between that hour, you left your house at 11 to show up to the club at 12, and the fight just so happened to break out, at least you don't feel that bad because you can't get the rest of the money you were supposed to collect for taking the pictures, but you got your deposit, you got your 50% up front, and that covered you just to approve your time for the day, to book your time for the day. Time is more important than money. You cannot get your time back, right? You want to kind of be comfortable. Your dress code, you want to be comfortable. You want to not be too heavy to have a backpack on you and stuff like that. You may want to be a little bit mobile. You don't want to have a super backpack on you. You want to have light equipment on you. You may want to be as mobile and as comfortable as possible. Why? Because it's a club. Anything can happen. You might get hot. You might overheat. You might be a little bit too cold, but you want to be comfortable. You don't want to have more items than you need. For God's sakes, these people are going to put these pictures up on Instagram the next day if they don't cherish it as art. And remember, you may be going in there as the artist photographer, such as me, as opposed to the hustler photographer. Yeah, you know, give me $50, son, I'll come up to your club, I'll shoot it, blase. Yeah, you'll put the picture on Instagram. Me, I actually value my pictures. So, if I'm in the club, I might have a small bag like this, right? So it has a drawstring on it, or shoestrings on it, I custom made myself, right? Attach it to the bag, I hold it like this, throw it over my shoulder, light. I may want to scour the situation, you know, I may not want to pull out the camera yet, but I don't want to have a book bag on me so I can be uncomfortable. The only time a book bag may be good in the club is to give you space between people. Sometimes people can't hear you. Sometimes you have to be aggressive and get through what you have to get through to get the shot. So if you do have a book bag on you and it has some items in there, that book bag takes up the space of another person. So that serves your purpose of, hey, dame espacio, give me space. I'm shooting. Bam. Now we're gonna get to equipment. In my intro tutorial, I said whatever camera works for you, works for you. Not your friend's camera, not my camera, not anybody else's camera, your camera, right? So let's say I step up in the club and I'm using my Leica DLUX 109. And of course this has a little compact flash, right? Nice little shoe. Turn it on, bam, flash on. Maybe a flash, maybe good. Flash on, get flash on. This doesn't have a detachable lens, but it has a zoom lens. It's digital and it kind of covers all aspects, but it has a wide lens. You want a wide lens because sometimes you want to be able to capture things that you may not be able to get that close to because there's people dancing and there's arms and there's elbows in your way. And in my career, a lot of people tell me, yo, full body shot. Let me get the full body. Bam, I'll go vertical. I may not be able to get straight on next to you or have some space, but with something with a wide lens, right, 24mm, I may be able to capture it like this, at this angle. Bam, capture it at that angle. Now, my other hand is free right now, but when I'm not using my Leica, I may use something else. Or, check this out. I may take this flash off my Leica. Bam, big boy flash, diffuser, on top. Talk to me. Your triggers, your transmitter and receiver. Now, this is why you may want to carry this in the club. This might be my to-go-to camera when I step up in the club. It's, fairly, maybe around $1,100, $1,200. It's built very well. It's the Leica DLUX 109, but I have some accessories that go with it to make me capture these moments. So I have my camera, big boy flash diffuser, the lithium battery, receiver, transmitter, because you'll get the most out of your picture if you know how to work this thing. Now, you see the flash. Now I have space, so the flash isn't directly in somebody's face. The worst thing that you may want to do while somebody is kind of looking cool in the club and they're drunk and maybe a little bit sweaty, it's kind of put the flash on in their face and blow their whole high. Yo man, step back with the light, you the feds. And plus, if you guys come in at 12 as opposed to 10 o'clock, people will already be feeling themselves. So you don't have to have an awkward gesture such as, hey, can I take your picture? Number one, it's already expected and you could probably even do it without words. Worst thing they can say is no. I'm good, fam. No. The girls are gonna say yes most of the time. I mean, they may have to get their hair done and all that, but they're gonna say yes. So you're gonna get the best images in the club on the rave if you have your camera, right? Pretty portable, lightweight, big boy flash, diffuser, transmitter, receiver. Bam. So you already know what this does if you guys are into photography, even if you're an amateur photographer. But I guess I could kind of drop some brands on you. This is from Impact. It's about $20 at B&H. So the brand is Impact. You could probably Google Impact Diffuser for flash and this will pop up for $20. You can't go wrong. This flash is from FLASHPOINT. FLASHPOINT is a brand that services Adorama. And this may be maybe $150 if that. But the good thing about this is that it comes with the lithium battery. Who wants to be in the middle of the club changing AA batteries, or you forgot your AA batteries and your batteries are burned out and you can't capture the moments that you were supposed to capture? You miss somebody's cutting the cake, you miss somebody's kissing under the mistletoe. By the time the ball dropped and it's New Year's Eve or something like that. You don't want to miss that. And the best part about this is that you could buy these batteries maybe about $50 a pop, used, or probably $80 new. From Adorama. So if you do feel like you're shooting something that's more than 2 hours or your battery is exhausted, you'll always have another battery for backup. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Remember, once you're in the club, you can't go back to your car where you left something in because it was parked somewhere too far and you walked over. So always try to have whatever equipment you need on you. If you need an extra memory card, have that tucked on you as well. Memory card brands, you can get Leica, you can get SanDisk. They see you in the club, they know what you're doing. After they take the pictures on their iPhone, they see this, oh, this guy knows what he's doing, he's confident. He's bouncing the light off the ceiling, he's getting freaky with it. Bam, I'm definitely gonna give him some play. Yeah, I want my pictures on his website. Bam, bam, right? And the best part about it is that when somebody's in between changing their poses, throwing her hair back or gathering their crew, yo, come here baby, yo, hop in the shot. You can always assess the first shot that you took to see if there was something wrong with it, if it was a little dark, and you could be changing all this information while they're assembling the crew. Assemble the crew. Take another shot. Bam, bam, bam. To wrap it up, make sure you know exactly what you're getting into before doing it. If you gotta shoot prime time in the club as opposed to 5-6 hours, then shoot prime time in the club. Get your money in advance because of liabilities and anything that can happen. So the worst thing that can happen for you, if you're in the club maybe for an hour and you executed what you had to execute or you got paid, then you got paid. Number 3, try to be as light as possible. Light as possible. Micro Four Thirds camera. Big boy flash. Big boy diffuser. Transmitter. Receiver. 2 batteries in my pocket. 2 memory cards. Or if it's something that you're gonna expect to be super duper big, I got my book bag on me. It may be something like a laptop in there or maybe some clothes, some gym clothes, so it won't be too heavy, but it keeps space and distance from other people to be too up on me while I'm trying to do my job. Many of times somebody could knock your hand over while you're trying to photograph somebody. Girl, you look good, won't you back that thing? If you a good, fine woman, won't you back? Backing it up. Now, the gift and the curse about these new cameras is that you could kind of send things to your phone. You could sync it to your phone. That's all fine and dandy, but sometimes when you sync this stuff to your phone, you forget about the traditional method of backing it up. Go at home, back it up on your hard drive, your desktop, and keep it on the memory card for 2 days. I didn't email people, certain things, and they haven't downloaded it, and the download expired, and it's like, hey, yo, can I get my pictures? Lucky for you, I kept them on an extra 2 days because I knew something could have happened. maybe this work doesn't represent me, so I don't want to keep it inside my storage. But it may be dear to somebody else because it's their 21st birthday party. It's their 30th birthday party. They want their pictures. Back it up. Oh, another do and don't. If somebody paid you and the client paid you and you just so happen to run into a cute girl and you're taking all these pictures of her, you like her, when the club light is hitting her right, she's looking good, do not send her the images before you send it to the client. That's a no-no. The good part about it, if you're gonna do that, tell her don't post it or don't tell anybody, like, Ma, this is just for you. But if you do that and she posts it and your client is wondering like, damn, how did she get the pictures before me? And you're thinking, hey, she was cool, I was kicking it with her. It was more easy for me to send her 3 pictures of herself than 200 pictures of everybody in the club to one person. You might get questioned for that. They may not feel that it's exclusive. So what I need you guys to do at the end of every video, subscribe. YouTube.com/DonjaiTV. And thank you for tuning in. This tutorial is how Donjai did it. Before anybody did anything, Donjai did everything.